When most people are buying a home in Greenville or anywhere in the upstate South Carolina, they are looking for square footage, location, school districts, and resale value. All important things, but there is something most buyers completely miss. This is something that might affect your health and well-being every single day that you live in your home. And that's whether the home is actually healthy. And today I want to walk you through what makes that healthy home in South Carolina, because this matters more than most realtors will ever tell you. Before we dive into specifics, I want to explain why healthy homes matter, particularly here in South Carolina. We have high humidity, we have hot summers, we have clay soil in many areas, and we have radon zones that vary by location. All of these things affect what happens inside your home: the air you breathe, the moisture levels, that potential for mold, and the quality of your water. And if you're relocating here from a drier climate or a different reason, you may not even know to look for these things. But when you understand what to look for, you can make choices that support your health for years to come. And so let's talk about these 5 things that I look when evaluating whether a home is truly that healthy home. The first thing I look at is indoor air quality. And most people, they don't realize that indoor air quality can actually be more polluted than the outdoor air, especially in the newer, tightly sealed homes. And one of the biggest culprits is something called VOCs. These are chemicals that off-gas from those building materials, paints, carpets, cabinetry, even furniture. In South Carolina, the heat and humidity, this off-gassing can be accelerated. So a home that's just been painted or has newer carpet might actually have those elevated VOC levels. So low VOC or zero VOC paint finishes, solid wood or non-toxic alternatives instead of particle board or MDF cabinetry, which can off-gas formaldehyde. Good ventilation is key here. Are those windows open, and can they open? Is there fresh air possibility for circulation? And ideally, HVAC systems with quality air filtration, MERV 13 filters or higher make a real difference. And if you're buying a newly built or recently renovated home, I recommend asking about those materials and allowing the time just so they can off-gas before you move in. The second thing, and this is huge in South Carolina, is moisture control. The humidity is often high here. We might get a lot of rain, and if your home isn't designed to handle moisture properly, you're going to have problems. Mold is one of the biggest health issues in homes here, and it's not always visible. It can hide in crawl spaces, behind walls, even in HVAC systems. Things that I look for might be proper grading around the foundation. The water should drain away from the house, not towards it. Clean, functioning gutters and downspouts. Encapsulated crawl space with vapor barriers. This is extremely important in the upstate. Dehumidifying systems in the basements or those crawl spaces, if the home has them. No water stains on the ceilings or the walls, no musty smells, and no visible mold. And if you are buying that older home, I strongly recommend a mold inspection as part of that due diligence. Because addressing mold after you've already moved in is so expensive and disruptive. Better to know up front. The third thing is radon. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that comes from the breakdown of uranium and soil and rock. You can't see it, smell it, or taste it, And it's the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. In South Carolina, radon levels vary significantly by the location. Parts of the upstate, especially areas with granite bedrock, can have elevated radon. The only way to really know if a home has radon problems is to test it. What I recommend is usually a radon test as part of that home inspection. It's inexpensive and it just takes a few days. The good news is that radon mitigation systems are very effective and not prohibitively expensive, maybe a few $1,000s. If the home already has a mitigation system installed, make sure that it's working properly. The fourth thing is water quality. If you're on city water, you're generally okay, maybe, but you might want to be able to still filter your water depending on what your preferences are. If you're buying a home on well water, which can be common in certain areas of the upstate, you will absolutely need to test that water. The well water test might check for bacteria, nitrates, heavy metals, and other contaminants. Think about the condition of the well itself and know when it was last serviced if possible. How deep is this well, and whether this home has a whole house water filtration system. If not, is there a space that might be able to have one of those? Even on city water, I would pay attention to whether there is filtration systems like under the kitchen sink or a whole house system because of chlorine, sediment. Clean water matters. And if you're drinking it, cooking it, and bathing in it, it really is worth knowing what's in it. And the fifth thing, which is often overlooked but so important for mental and physical health, is natural light and ventilation. Connection to the outdoors. We as humans need that natural light. We need fresh air. We need to feel connected to nature. And a home that's dark and closed off, with small windows, poor circulation, it really does affect your mood, your sleep, and your energy levels. What I look for is that good natural light throughout the day, maybe multiple windows on multiple sides of the house. Does the morning light come in? Where you'll spend your morning? Cross ventilation. Can you open up the windows on opposite sides of the home? Another thing to consider might be the access to the outdoor space. Is there a porch, a patio? Where is the yard connectivity? Somewhere you can step outside easily. Views of nature might be helpful, even if it's just trees or sky, and a visual connection to a green space has measurable health benefits. So how does thinking about healthy homes change the way you search for the home in South Carolina? It means you ask different questions during showings. You notice different things. You request different inspections. And it means that a home with slightly older finishes but great ventilation, natural light, and good moisture control might actually be a better choice than a brand new build with lots of synthetic materials and poor air quality. It really just depends. I mean, if you're thinking long term, not just about resale value, but about how you'll actually feel in your living space day to day. And if you're someone who values clean living, maybe those non-toxic choices, overall wellness, this framework really does become essential. Because you can change paint colors, update fixtures, but you can't change the bones of the house, the ventilation, the moisture control, the way the light moves through the space. And I think it's important to choose that home that supports your health from that foundation up. If you're buying a home in Greenville or anywhere in the upstate South Carolina, I'm Elizabeth McCarthy. I'm brokered by eXp Realty, and I want to make sure that you get that home that actually supports your health and well-being. I look at homes differently than most realtors, and I pay attention to those types of things: air quality, moisture control, materials, natural light, all things that matter for long-term health. I've linked my contact information below. Let's talk about finding that home that's truly a healthy one for you. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe. This channel is about intentional, thoughtful real estate decisions, because where you live and how your home is built really do matter. Thank you for watching.